What if the simple act of placing something on your bed could change the course of your life? What if, without realizing it, you've been inviting negativity, illness, or even financial ruin into your life by the choices you make in your most sacred space? Today, we dive deep into a Buddhist teaching that many overlook. Yet it holds the key to unlocking peace, prosperity, and well-being. In Buddhism, every object we keep and every space we inhabit reflects our inner state of mind. And your bed, the very place where you rest and recharge, is more than just a physical space, it's a sacred sanctuary. What you place on it can either nourish your soul or drain your energy. So, what's the danger in placing certain items on your bed? In this video, we will explore this fascinating Buddhist teaching that warns against something many of us do every day, unknowingly bringing harm to our lives. Stay with me as we uncover why this small, yet powerful change in your space could bring about profound transformations in your life, from your health to your wealth. If you've ever felt stuck in life or wondered why good things never seem to last, you might be surprised by the simple but life-altering wisdom we're about to share. So, stick around, because this could be the very thing you need to change your reality. Asterisk. Part 1. The significance of the bed in Buddhist teachings. In Buddhist philosophy, nothing in life is truly separate from the energy around us. Our thoughts, actions, and even the way we interact with our environment, all of these factors create an energetic imprint on our lives. This idea extends beyond the objects we own. It influences the very spaces we inhabit, particularly our most personal spaces, one of the most sacred areas in our homes, according to Buddhist teachings, is the bed. But why is it so significant? And what does it mean to treat your bed as a sanctuary for rest and renewal? In Buddhism, the bed is more than just a place where we sleep. It's a space where our bodies recharge, where our minds process the events of the day, and where we enter the realms of dreams and deep contemplation. It's the place where we are the most vulnerable, when our physical guard is down, and our mental defenses are relaxed. As such, this space is often viewed as an energetic threshold. In essence, the quality of your rest can influence the quality of your day, and ultimately, your life. The energy of attachment and distraction. According to Buddhist philosophy, one of the primary causes of suffering is attachment. Attachment to material things, to the past, or even to particular outcomes, creates a clinging that disrupts the natural flow of energy and prevents us from experiencing true peace. So, what does this have to do with your bed? When we place certain items on our bed, items that symbolize wealth, work, or material desire, we are inadvertently inviting those attachments into the place where we are meant to let go of them. The act of bringing worldly distractions into our resting space can block the natural flow of energy that would otherwise lead to rest, peace, and rejuvenation. Money and wealth symbols. A common example of this is placing financial items, such as money, documents related to business or investments, or even lucky charms associated with wealth, onto your bed. The bed is meant to be a place of surrender, where we let go of our daily worries. But when we introduce objects associated with wealth or business into this space, we are inviting the energetic quality of attachment, the very thing that Buddhist teachings warn us against. Money, in this sense, symbolizes desire, greed, and the attachment to material wealth. According to Buddhist principles, when we place these items on the bed, we are essentially allowing our attachment to prosperity, or the lack thereof, to influence our rest. In doing so, we are unknowingly preventing ourselves from finding peace in a space that should be reserved for rest and spiritual renewal. The impact on our health and well-being. This attachment to wealth or material success doesn't just affect our spiritual peace, it can also have a direct impact on our physical health. The energy of attachment can manifest as stress, anxiety, and mental unrest. If you find that you are struggling with sleep or experiencing health issues, it might be worth considering the objects you keep around you, especially in spaces where you spend a lot of time. Like your bed. These items could be unconsciously causing a disruption in your energy flow, contributing to feelings of unease or disharmony. The case of the business owner. Take the example of a business owner who has been struggling with financial setbacks. Despite their hard work and dedication, they never seem to get ahead. After consulting with a Buddhist teacher, they were advised to examine their living space, particularly their bedroom. The business owner admitted to keeping financial documents, business plans, and other wealth-related items on their bed, thinking that they could multitask by handling business matters while resting. The teacher gently explained that by doing so, they were inadvertently inviting the energetic vibration of financial stress into their sacred space of rest. The teacher recommended moving these items elsewhere and creating a more serene, uncluttered space in their bedroom. The business owner took the advice to heart. Over time, they noticed a significant shift. They slept better, experienced less anxiety, and found themselves approaching their business with greater clarity and calm. It wasn't that their external circumstances changed overnight, but their internal state shifted. They had allowed themselves the space to rest without the weight of financial worry, creating a sacred space for rest and renewal. So, how do we create a more harmonious environment in our bedrooms? How can we honor this sacred space, aligning it with the peaceful, rejuvenating energy that Buddhist teachings encourage? The answer lies in mindfulness and intention. 1. Keep your bed clear of material attachments. First and foremost, we must examine what we keep on our beds. As tempting as it may be to leave your phone, financial documents, or work-related items on your bed, it's crucial to establish boundaries. The bed should be a space solely dedicated to rest and reflection. If we clutter it with material concerns, we disrupt the natural flow of energy, making it harder to find peace. 2. Create a calm, peaceful atmosphere. Buddhism emphasizes simplicity and clarity. In your bedroom, this could mean removing unnecessary clutter and focusing on creating an atmosphere of calm. Consider placing items that promote tranquility, such as soft, muted colors, a peaceful image of the Buddha, or a simple meditation cushion near your bed. Fresh flowers, a calming fragrance, or a piece of art that inspires serenity can also help create a restful, peaceful environment. 3. Introduce spiritual symbols. Instead of keeping items related to wealth or success on your bed, consider placing meaningful spiritual objects that inspire mindfulness and peace. A small Buddha statue, a set of prayer beads, or a framed quote from Buddhist teachings can serve as gentle reminders of your spiritual path. These objects are not meant to attract worldly riches, but rather to encourage inner peace, balance, and serenity. 4. Mindfulness before sleep. Another essential practice is to spend a few minutes before sleep reflecting on the day and releasing any attachments. You might consider sitting quietly by your bed, taking a few deep breaths, and letting go of any worries or anxieties. This simple practice allows you to enter your rest with a clear mind, free from the weight of the day's distractions. Conclusion of Part 1. Our bed is one of the most intimate spaces in our lives, and as such, it deserves to be treated with respect and mindfulness. By creating a space free from worldly distractions and attachments, We allow ourselves to experience the peace and rejuvenation that our bodies and minds desperately need. This is not just a physical act of removing objects from the bed, it's a spiritual practice of letting go, of surrendering our attachment to worldly concerns, and inviting clarity and calm into our lives. In the next part of this video, we'll explore more Buddhist teachings on how our environment shapes our energy, and how small, mindful changes can lead to profound transformations in our health, prosperity, and overall well-being. Stay tuned as this journey of self-discovery continues. Part 2. The symbolism of the bed and the flow of energy. Buddhist teachings emphasize that everything around us carries a form of energy. And that energy is not just passive, it interacts with us and can influence our mental and physical states. Our living spaces are no exception. While we may think of our homes as simply places of convenience and comfort, Buddhism encourages us to view our environment as a reflection of our inner state. The arrangement of our space, especially the bed, plays a key role in shaping the energy that surrounds us. In the Buddhist worldview, the bed is more than just a physical object where we rest, it's seen as a symbolic space, a kind of energetic container for our daily renewal and peace. As a place of rest, the bed should help restore our mind and body. But when we fill it with things that create tension or distractions, especially things tied to material desire or worldly ambition, we disrupt this restorative process. The bed is a sacred space for mindful rest. In many Buddhist traditions, sleep is not simply about physical rest but also about spiritual rejuvenation. The teachings often describe sleep as a time when the mind is most open, most vulnerable, and therefore, most capable of receiving the benefits of deep inner peace. When we sleep, our subconscious mind continues to process our experiences, emotions, and desires. This is why it is so important to make sure that our rest is not disturbed by negative energies, physical clutter, or the attachment to worldly pursuits. According to Buddhist teachings, samsara, the cycle of suffering and rebirth, is driven by our attachments. When we are attached to material wealth, status, or success, we trap ourselves in a never-ending loop of desire and dissatisfaction. Even something as simple as the objects we place on our bed can be a manifestation of these attachments. Whether it's the work-related papers, financial documents, or symbols of status, placing such things on our bed pulls us away from the sacredness of the space. We're no longer in a place of calm rest, but a place that echoes our worries and desires. The space between the sheets, the bed, is often viewed as a space of duality, where we physically rest and retreat, but also where we experience the deeper metaphysical state of sunyata, emptiness. In Buddhist thought, sunyata refers to the emptiness or openness that allows us to see things as they truly are, without the lens of attachment or delusion. It's this very emptiness that enables us to experience inner peace. By keeping our bed clear of material concerns, we make room for this emptiness, this state of peaceful, undisturbed rest. The idea is to keep your bed energetically free from the clutter that embodies worldly desires. Samsara is filled with clinging and attachment. But when we are able to free ourselves from such attachments, even in small, daily acts, we move closer toward liberation. The practice of clearing your bed of worldly distractions serves as a small but powerful act of renunciation, creating space for a deep, peaceful rest that nourishes both body and mind. The dangers of disrupted energy flow. One of the core principles in Buddhism is the idea of dukkha, suffering or dissatisfaction, which arises from our attachments and the way we hold on to fleeting things. Keeping objects tied to wealth, business, or worldly pursuits near our bed can keep us in a cycle of dukkha, preventing us from experiencing true peace. The energy around these objects can seep into our personal space and prevent us from disconnecting from the pressures of the world. When you place something on your bed that you associate with business or money, whether it's a wallet, financial documents, or a to-do list, it can trigger feelings of stress, anxiety, or a sense of constant striving. In Buddhism, this is considered an energetic imbalance. The bed should be a space where you let go of those energies, not an extension of them. If you fail to let go, those energies can disrupt your rest, making it harder to find clarity, peace, and true renewal. This can eventually affect both your emotional and physical health. The influence of objects. Buddhist philosophy teaches that all objects, whether animate or inanimate, have an energetic quality. We live in a world of interdependence, where everything is interconnected, and every object carries a certain frequency or vibration. By bringing items associated with wealth, business, or even personal desires into your sacred resting space, you introduce energy that is at odds with relaxation and rejuvenation. The act of keeping a work phone or financial documents on the bed is essentially inviting the energy of stress, responsibility, and pressure into a space that should be reserved for rest. Over time, this accumulation of worldly energy can erode the peace you seek and replace it with mental clutter. Example story. A good example of this can be found in the story of a young professional who had been experiencing chronic fatigue and insomnia. No matter how early she went to bed, she would always wake up feeling drained and anxious. One day, she consulted with a Buddhist monk, who asked about her sleeping habits. She admitted that she often kept her work laptop, business contracts, and financial paperwork next to her bed, believing that she could catch up on work or plan for the next day while resting. The monk gently explained that by placing these items next to her bed, she was bringing the stress and anxiety of work into her sacred resting space. He suggested she remove these objects from the bedroom entirely, and instead, place items that promote calmness and tranquility, like meditation symbols or calming artwork. After making the changes, she reported feeling a significant improvement in her sleep and energy levels. She could now rest peacefully, free from the mental burden of work and responsibilities. This simple shift not only improved her physical health but also gave her the mental clarity to perform better at work. The energy of simplicity, creating a peaceful sanctuary. One of the most important Buddhist teachings is the value of simplicity and mindfulness. In our world of constant stimulation and consumption, the bed should be a space where we can retreat, clear our minds, and find peace. Simplicity is the key to creating an environment that supports both rest and spiritual growth. Buddhism teaches us to live with less, to detach from unnecessary possessions, and to focus on what truly nourishes us. This principle extends to the way we arrange our space. By creating a bedroom that is free from the clutter of worldly attachments, we are essentially creating an environment that encourages peace, simplicity, and mindfulness. Practical tips for creating a peaceful bedroom. Remove items related to work, finances, or anything that causes stress from the bed area. Keep only the essentials on or near the bed, soft sheets, calming colors, and perhaps a small spiritual object that brings you peace. Consider placing plants or flowers in the room, as they symbolize life, renewal, and growth. Create a daily mindfulness routine before sleep, such as meditation or gentle breathing exercises, to cleanse your mind of the day's worries and prepare for restful sleep. Conclusion of Part 2. The bed is not just a physical space, it's a spiritual one. By understanding the energetic significance of the bed and removing objects tied to worldly attachments, we can create a more harmonious environment conducive to peace, healing, and rejuvenation. This practice of mindfulness, while simple, can have a profound impact on your well-being. In the next part of this video, we will explore how mindfulness in other aspects of our environment, as well as in our actions, can bring balance and prosperity into our lives. Stay with us for the final piece of this enlightening journey. Part 3. How the space around you reflects your inner state. In Buddhist teachings, the environment around us plays a crucial role in shaping our state of mind. This idea stems from the fundamental principle of interdependence. Everything is connected, and every action, object, or space we encounter carries with it an energetic vibration that influences us. The bedroom, and particularly the bed, is a space where we spend a third of our lives. Therefore, it holds tremendous potential to either support our well-being or undermine it. In this part, we will explore how the state of your bedroom and the objects you place in it can directly affect your mental, emotional, and physical health. Through the lens of Buddhist philosophy, we'll also look at how small, conscious changes in your environment can lead to profound shifts in your life, offering you a way to restore balance and clarity. The bed is a reflection of your mind. Buddhism teaches that the external world mirrors our internal state. What we surround ourselves with and how we arrange our spaces are often direct reflections of what's happening in our hearts and minds. If our environment is cluttered or filled with objects tied to stress, anxiety, and desire, we are essentially inviting those very feelings to reside within us. On the other hand, when we create peaceful and harmonious surroundings, we invite tranquility, clarity, and stillness into our lives. The bed is no exception. It is not just a place for physical rest, it's a sacred space where we let go of the stresses of the day and enter into a state of vulnerability and peace. The objects we keep near or on our bed can either help us let go of worldly attachments or keep us tethered to them. The act of clearing our bed of distractions or material desires is an act of mindfulness, a way of telling ourselves that we are letting go of the worldly distractions and making room for inner peace. The relationship between attachment and suffering. One of the key teachings in Buddhism is the concept of dukkha, often translated as suffering or dissatisfaction. Dukkha arises from our attachments, our clinging to things, people, or desires that are impermanent. The desire for wealth, success, or recognition can all contribute to dukkha. And our attachment to these things can create a constant cycle of wanting and frustration. When we place objects related to money, business, or worldly success on our bed, we are reinforcing our attachment to these desires. In Buddhist terms, this attachment creates dukkha because we are holding on to something that is inherently unstable and temporary. No matter how much we strive for material success, it will never provide lasting peace or satisfaction. Instead, we are left feeling unsatisfied, always craving more. In contrast, when we create a peaceful environment free from these distractions, we allow ourselves to break free from the cycle of craving. We can experience moments of true rest, where we are not clinging to external outcomes or worries. This act of creating space for peace is an act of letting go, a key tenet of Buddhist practice. Example story. Let's consider the example of a middle-aged man named David, who had been struggling with sleep. David decided to consult with a Buddhist teacher, who advised him to examine his bedroom space. The teacher explained that by keeping these work-related items in the bedroom, he was inviting stress and attachment into a space that should be reserved for rest and peace. David was encouraged to remove all work-related items and replace them with things that would bring him calm, perhaps a soft, calming light, a fram, After David followed the teacher's advice, he began to experience a noticeable improvement in his sleep. His anxiety levels dropped, and he no longer felt the constant pressure to perform even when he wasn't at work. The space in his bedroom became a sanctuary, a place of rest rather than a place of stress. This simple change, rooted in the Buddhist teaching of mindfulness and letting go of attachments, had a profound impact on his mental, emotional, and physical well-being. The importance of intention in our environment. In Buddhism, intention is key. It is said that our intentions shape our actions and ultimately determine the course of our lives. This same principle applies to how we arrange our living spaces. The way we design our environment reflects our deeper intentions, whether we are subconsciously creating a space that supports peace or one that perpetuates stress and distraction. When you consciously choose to keep your bedroom free from objects that bring you stress or anxiety, you are making an intention to create a peaceful space for yourself. This act of mindfulness is not just about physical tidiness, it's about creating an environment that supports your inner peace and spiritual practice. By setting clear intentions in your space, you are aligning your external environment with your internal goals. Whether you want to experience more peace, abundance, or clarity, the energy of your bedroom plays a vital role in helping you manifest those desires. When we intentionally create spaces that reflect our spiritual values, we reinforce those values in our minds and hearts. Practical applications. Set your intention before organizing your space, before you begin clearing or organizing your bedroom. Take a moment to set an intention. You might say to yourself, I am creating a peaceful space where I can rest, renew, and let go of my attachments. This intention will guide your actions and help you make decisions that align with your goal of peace. Choose items that reflect peace and clarity, instead of filling your bedroom with items tied to worldly success. Consider choosing things that inspire calm and spiritual reflection. A small Buddha statue, an image of a lotus flower, or a piece of art that represents tranquility can all serve as gentle reminders of your deeper intentions. Use natural elements to restore balance, incorporating elements of nature, such as plants, flowers, or natural materials like wood and stone, can help restore balance and harmony in your space. In Buddhism, nature is seen as a reflection of the interconnectedness of all things, and these natural elements can help bring a sense of peace and grounding to your environment. Maintain a clutter-free space. Clutter is often associated with mental clutter. By keeping your bedroom tidy and free of unnecessary objects, you create a space that allows your mind to rest. This is especially important in Buddhist practice, where simplicity and clarity are valued. A clutter-free space allows your mind to quiet down and prepares you for restful sleep and deep meditation. The role of silence and stillness in rest. Another essential aspect of Buddhist teachings is the value of silence and stillness. In our fast-paced, noisy world, silence is often undervalued. Yet, in Buddhism, silence is not just the absence of sound, it is a powerful tool for cultivating mindfulness, awareness, and inner peace. In your bedroom, silence plays a crucial role in helping you rest and rejuvenate. A quiet, peaceful environment allows your mind to settle, free from the distractions and noise of the outside world. This stillness is especially important before sleep, as it helps prepare you for the transition from the waking state to the state of deep rest and rejuvenation. Conclusion of Part 3. The energy of the spaces we inhabit is a direct reflection of our inner state. By paying attention to the environment around us, particularly the bed, we can begin to make subtle yet profound shifts in our lives. Through mindfulness, intention, and the practice of letting go of attachments, we can create an environment that supports peace, clarity, and rest. The bed is not just a place for sleep, it is a sacred space for spiritual renewal. By clearing our surroundings of distractions and worldly attachments, we open ourselves to the deeper peace that lies within. Part 4. Creating the sacred space for transformation. As we continue to explore how our environment impacts our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, we arrive at an important concept in Buddhist philosophy, Sangha, the community that supports us on our path to awakening. Just as a community of like-minded individuals can uplift and guide us, the spaces we inhabit can either reinforce or undermine our efforts to cultivate inner peace. The bedroom, as the place where we rest and rejuvenate, is particularly powerful in this regard. By transforming the space around us, we are not only taking care of our physical needs, but also creating a sacred environment that aligns with our spiritual practices. This is an ongoing act of mindfulness, a conscious decision to remove the distractions and attachments that pull us away from inner stillness. When we cultivate an environment of peace, we allow ourselves to be guided by the principles of Buddhism, rather than being overwhelmed by external pressures. The power of creating a sanctuary for the soul. In Buddhism, the practice of creating sacred spaces is closely tied to the concept of meditative refuge, a place where we can step away from the chaos of the world and enter into a space of introspection, stillness, and clarity. Whether it's a physical meditation room, a corner in our living space, or our bedroom, the idea is the same. We need a place where we can connect deeply with ourselves and our higher purpose. For many of us, the bedroom is the perfect space to cultivate this sanctuary. It is a private, quiet place where we can practice mindfulness, reflect on our actions, and let go of the tensions of the day. By intentionally removing worldly attachments and objects that distract us, we make room for the deeper spiritual practices that will bring about lasting peace and fulfillment. Transformative practices to embed peace in your bedroom. Mindful decluttering, as we discussed earlier. Clutter can have a profound impact on our energy and well-being. Buddhist teachings encourage us to let go of anything that no longer serves our peace or spiritual growth. Take a moment to walk through your bedroom with fresh eyes. Are there items that trigger stress, anxiety, or attachment? Work-related documents, personal ambition symbols, or reminders of past conflicts should be moved out of sight, as they can disrupt your inner peace. The act of decluttering is not just about physical tidiness, it's an energetic clearing that makes space for new, positive energy. Embrace the power of light and color. In Buddhist philosophy, light symbolizes wisdom and enlightenment, while darkness represents ignorance and delusion. Consider how light and color play a role in your bedroom. Soft, warm light, whether from a lamp or natural sunlight, can create an atmosphere of calm and relaxation. Avoid harsh, bright lights that disrupt your ability to wind down. Additionally, calming colors such as soft greens, blues, or neutral tones can promote a sense of tranquility and balance. These colors have a grounding effect, helping to clear away mental clutter and prepare the mind for restful sleep. Create a sacred ritual for bedtime before you retire for the night. Take a moment to engage in a small, meaningful ritual. This could be a short meditation, a few minutes of deep breathing, or simply a moment of gratitude. A small Buddhist prayer or affirmation, such as, "May I rest in peace and wake up refreshed to be of service to others," can help set a mindful intention for the night. These rituals create a boundary between the day's busyness and the restful space of sleep, ensuring that your bedroom is not just a place for physical rest, but a space for spiritual renewal. Use objects with positive energy, While it's important to remove items that disrupt your peace, it's equally important to bring in objects that promote positivity. Simple Buddhist symbols like a small Buddha statue, a lotus flower, or a bell can serve as gentle reminders of the wisdom and compassion that guide us. These objects carry a peaceful energy that helps shift the atmosphere of the room. Surrounding your bed with such symbols can act as subtle yet powerful influences, encouraging mindfulness and inner calm. Sacred space for sleep. In Buddhist thought, sleep is considered a time for the body to rest, but also for the mind to process experiences. Creating a sacred environment for sleep involves not only physical comfort, but also a mental and spiritual approach. This can include making sure your bed is clean, your bedding is soft and inviting, and that there are no distractions in the room. Remove electronics or anything that may disrupt your circadian rhythms, like bright screens. Create a space that invites relaxation and peaceful sleep, free from the distractions of the outside world. The flow of energy. The importance of balance. In Buddhist teachings, balance is key to spiritual and physical well-being. The concept of yin and yang, or the balance between opposing forces, is central to creating harmony in life. This balance is not just found in our thoughts or actions, but extends to the environment in which we live. By balancing the energies in our bedroom, we allow our body and mind to rest in harmony. The bed should not be overcrowded with material possessions, nor should it be an extension of work and daily stresses. It is a place of retreat, a space where you can disconnect from the world and reconnect with yourself. Creating this balance will lead to better sleep, greater peace, and a more serene state of mind. Conclusion and reflection. In conclusion, the way we treat our sacred spaces, especially our bedroom, reflects our inner state and has a profound impact on our overall well-being. The Buddhist teachings on mindfulness, letting go of attachments, and creating peaceful environments can help us transform not just our outer spaces, but our inner lives as well. By intentionally cultivating a peaceful, mindful bedroom, free from the distractions of worldly attachments and stress, we open ourselves to deeper levels of relaxation, healing, and spiritual growth. Our external environment can serve as a mirror for our inner life. And through mindful practice, we can begin to shift both our environment and ourselves toward greater peace and clarity. Call to action. If you found this content helpful and you want to explore more of Buddhist teachings, mindfulness practices, and ways to create peace in your life, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, The Path to Buddhist Wisdom. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest videos that help you live a more balanced, peaceful, and mindful life. We also encourage you to share this video with friends and family who might benefit from the insights shared here. Leave your comments and thoughts below. And let's continue this conversation about how we can transform our environments and our lives through Buddhist wisdom. Remember, creating a peaceful space starts with you. Take a moment today to clear away the clutter in your bedroom. Let go of attachments, and make room for inner peace. Until next time, may you rest peacefully and wake up with a heart full of wisdom. Subscribe to The Path to Buddhist Wisdom and start your journey toward a peaceful, balanced life today.